Students of Standard 10th, let us begin with the next topic, that is analytic chemistry. Now, let me tell you what is analytic chemistry. In chemistry, we study two types of analysis. One is qualitative analysis, which involves identification of unknown substances, and other one is quantitative analysis, which involves the determination of composition of a mixture. Now, qualitative analysis, that is identification of an unknown substance, is done by carrying out chemical tests with the help of some reagents. Now, alkalis are important lab reagents. When they are added to certain salt solutions, they produce certain colored PPTs of the respective metallic hydroxides, which gives us identification of a metal ion. Now, in this part of the topic, we are going to study about the action of sodium hydroxide solution and ammonium hydroxide solution on certain metallic salt solutions. Let's begin. With the ferrous salt, ferrous sulfate, when sodium hydroxide is added to a ferrous salt, ferrous sulfate, ferrous hydroxide is formed along with the formation of sodium sulfate. Now here, a dirty green PPT is formed in little when sodium hydroxide is added in little to a ferrous salt. Dirty green PPT of ferrous hydroxide is formed, but when it is added in excess, the dirty green PPT remains insoluble. When ammonium hydroxide is added to the same ferrous salt, again ferrous hydroxide dirty green PPT is formed in little, which remains insoluble when added in excess, along with the formation of, if it is sodium hydroxide, sodium sulfate is formed, ammonium hydroxide, ammonium sulfate is formed. Now, let me tell you regarding of ferrous and ferric salt. Now, let's add sodium hydroxide to ferric salt, ferric chloride or ferric sulfate, whatever it may be. Suppose it is ferric chloride, you will get ferric hydroxide. All hydroxides will be formed because we have added sodium hydroxide or ammonium hydroxide. So, we get metal hydroxides only, ferric hydroxide, which is a reddish brown PPT when added in little, and when sodium hydroxide is added in excess, this reddish brown PPT remains insoluble in excess along with the formation of sodium chloride. Now, ammonium hydroxide is added to a ferric salt. Same again, ferric hydroxide, reddish brown PPT is formed along with the formation of ammonium hydroxide. But when added in excess, this reddish brown PPT remains insoluble. Now, in this first page, let me discuss regarding these two salts, ferrous and ferric salt. Ferrous salt and ferric salt, when sodium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide are added, ferrous salt dirty green PPT is formed, which is insoluble in excess of sodium and ammonium hydroxide. Ferric salt is the same. When sodium and ammonium hydroxide are formed, ferric hydroxide is formed a reddish brown PPT, which remains insoluble in excess of sodium and ammonium hydroxides. Next, we start with copper salt, copper sulfate. Now, this copper sulfate, sodium hydroxide is added to a copper salt like copper sulfate. Copper hydroxide is formed, which is a pale blue PPT, but along with the formation of sodium sulfate. When sodium hydroxide is added to a copper salt, pale blue PPT remains insoluble in excess. Whereas with ammonium hydroxide, there is a slight difference. When ammonium hydroxide is added to a copper salt, pale blue PPT of copper hydroxide is formed in little. In excess, the pale blue PPT dissolves to form a deep blue solution of tetra-Mn copper hydroxide. Now, this is this sodium hydroxide ammonium hydroxide difference. That means this reaction of sodium and ammonium hydroxide with copper is a characteristic property of copper ion, and this is used for the detection of qualitative analysis. Or you can say, if difference between sodium and ammonium hydroxide is asked, you can take the copper salt as a difference between these two, and you can give the difference in little and in excess. Now, calcium salt, when sodium hydroxide is added to a calcium salt, calcium hydroxide white PPT is formed, which is sparingly soluble in excess. But with addition of ammonium hydroxide, no PPT is formed with regard to calcium salt. Now, next with lead salts, when sodium hydroxide is added to a lead salt like lead nitrate, lead hydroxide, chalky white PPT is formed, which along with the formation of sodium nitrate, this is soluble in excess of sodium hydroxide. When ammonium hydroxide is added to a lead salt, lead hydroxide is formed, which is again a chalky white PPT, along with the formation of ammonium nitrate, and this chalky white PPT remains insoluble in excess. With ammonium hydroxide in excess it remains insoluble, but sodium hydroxide it remains soluble. Now, zinc salts, sodium hydroxide is added to zinc salt in little, gelatinous white PPT is formed, which is soluble in excess. With ammonium hydroxide, again zinc hydroxide, a gelatinous white PPT is formed along with the formation of ammonium sulfate, this which is soluble in excess to form tetraamine zinc sulfate. Here we come to the end of this analytic chemistry. Now the questions will be asked regarding the difference between sodium and ammonium hydroxide and any other salts. Now, or name the probable cation present based on the following observations. They may ask you white PPT insoluble in ammonium hydroxide but soluble in sodium hydroxide can be asked, or a blue colored solution cation is asked in this way, or give balanced equations can be asked like copper sulfate solution with ammonium hydroxide solution. Such sort of questions will be asked regarding this analytic chemistry. Thank you, students.